Earth Dance, the global dance party for peace, has grown to become the world's biggest dance event, uniting the positive spirit of the global electronic dance community in support of world peace and unity. With its dedicated grassroots network of over 65 cities in 36 countries, the Earth Dance Collective continues to grow by the day. The Earth Dance message of peace through dance and music, has shown the world the positive force behind today's global dance scene.
The vision of Earth Dance was to create a one-day dance event for global peace, to unify the positive energy of dance culture, this great growing movement which is just expanding around the world, and to create a moment in time when we can all dance together as one global family, as an expression of our commitment to world peace and our commitment to the positive energy that we feel as a global community.
The strength of an event like Earth Dance is that in a sense it's the essence of what the dance culture should always be about, which is linking people together in different countries and in different places for the support of the same end.
The power of Earth Dance, I think, is in that it brings people together with a purpose. I think we all hope to serve a greater good, and it gives us an opportunity to connect to that, higher purpose.
Earth Dance is, for me, I think, to dance for people who are not free like we are.
It's about creating an environment, an event, a moment in time which will change people's ways of thinking.
It's a positive move to helping needy people. At the same time, it's an outlet for immense creativity, and it brings people together, and it's just a generally positive gesture all round.
Earth Dance is a project where no borders exist, actually. Everybody around the world is celebrating on one day, and this is the fantastic thing about it.
Well, I think it's easy to get people to dance, but it's not so easy to get them to think. And so I think a party that does both has got to be an improvement, something for your mind, your body and your soul. Head, hands and feet.
I think dance culture is basically a way that brings all youth communities together around the world anyway, and Earth Dance is the most wicked platform I've come across. Loads of cities take part, everybody parties at exactly the same time, which just creates an amazing amount of energy.
What drew me into dance culture was the sense of unity and the sense of community which I feel on the dance floor. That great surrender that you have when you join with your brothers and sisters, and that ecstatic union that you experience together as one. The idea was to expand that feeling of the dance floor, expand that feeling of community all around the world at the same time, to create a message, to create almost like a moment where we could share that feeling of connectedness and devote that to world peace and to world healing.
By coming together on events or during dancing especially, you have the connection to people, to yourself, to anything around you basically, which is shared by a lot of people, and that emotion and that feeling is spiritual as it is, whether you stand in the corner and talk to somebody, or it's just the feeling about being connected to the same thing.
If you can get on the dance floor and just like get into yourself, get into the people around you, that is a spiritual experience in itself.
From day one, fans of electronic music have had a more global perspective, and you know, the ethic of the rave community with peace, love, unity, respect, it's always been part of it.
I think that Earth Dance, more than any of the other dance community events, has really contextualized it within the spiritual, and I think that just takes it so far beyond the party-only atmosphere.
There's definitely spirituality in the electronic music scene, especially here in Los Angeles. I think for a lot of us, it sort of triggered something inside that sort of awakened our consciousness.
Seeing a group of people get together in an underground atmosphere, when things are really vibing and clicking amongst each other, you can't help but feel the spirituality in that.
Fundamentally, electronic dance music is almost a future primitive concept. It has the repetitive trance-like beats that kind of take you out of yourself.
The universe has a pulse anyway, primordial pulse. In Sanskrit they would call it the days and nights of Brahma. The pulse of the universe, and dance music is just symbolic of the pulses that are in the universe.
The climax of the Earth Dance event is the playing of the Prayer for Peace, which is a specially created track that every DJ around the world plays at the same time, which unifies the whole global party into one moment of stillness. The focus is actually, you know, coming together at that one point and just allowing people to feel that connectedness with themselves at that moment, individually with all the other people on the dance floor, and then suddenly this global feeling of knowing that all around the world people are doing exactly the same thing at exactly the same time. Dance and prayer, or dance and intention, or intention with dance is a very, very powerful thing, and can be used and can be utilized and focused. Intention and prayer can be focused within, you know, within a dance event, which is what we're doing with Earth Dance, creating that one moment. Get all this energy, this incredible cauldron of energy just gets built up during the night, and then to focus it and send it out as a collective creates a very, very strong field of energy, because, you know, it's a very strong intention, a global intention.
when we were in London for Earth Dance, and the prayer for peace, I guess it would have been midnight in London and well over time everywhere else. And it struck me really strongly at that moment that suddenly I just imagined, it started off as an imagining that all over the world now there must be people who are hearing, give or take a few seconds, the same thing we're hearing. And how many millions of people are experiencing this, and it's just ridiculous. The thought that so many people could be sharing an experience. I imagine a similar thing happened when Neil Armstrong walked on the moon. Something so huge and so beyond anyone's little life or little culture or country or political boundaries.
It's a very nice thing to get synchronized, or getting the feeling to be synchronized.
It's a very special moment where everybody seems and feels connected and is connected by modern technology, and the feeling about it is just so strong. It's such an emotional kicking point where the idea of being connected with all the people on this planet is just, you can feel it, it's real.
Those moments were so profound because you knew that all around the world, in I think 70 different countries, everybody was focused for world peace, for peace in Tibet and for peace in their hearts.
It was a moment, a thing, which created that sense of all of us are basically sharing the same experience.
We are blessed with the opportunity to create great change on this planet. Dancing is one of the most beautiful expressions of the soul. If we dance our intention to create change on this planet, it will manifest in such powerful ways. Dance for freedom, dance for love, dance for Earth.
Thank you all so much for coming and showing your support today for Earth Dance. We're here for a reason. We're here to show our support for the people of Tibet. We're now going to play the track in a couple of moments, the prayer for peace.
12 o'clock's coming up. This is the time when we're going to play the track that 70 parties right around the world are going to play the same time. Time to link up.
We are the Rainbow Tribe. All colours, all races, united as one. We dance for peace and the healing of our Mother Earth. Peace for Tibet, peace for all nations, and peace within ourselves. As we gather now, let us join as one. All dance floors across the world, brothers and sisters united. Let us connect heart to heart, awakening, uniting, breathing as one. Our love is the power to transform our world. Let us send it out now.
when we did the Earth Dance in Byron Bay in 1998, we had this experience where we during the prayer for peace time, there was a circle of over about 500 people. It was 9 o'clock in the morning. We'd been dancing all night, and by that time we came to a point where when we all held hands, the energy was just so high, so strong. There was so much love. And it was the point after that that we all rushed into the dance floor, and the dance floor was just pumping, it was just jumping. The energy was so ecstatic, it was so high, it was absolutely incredible.
I'd never done or experienced anything like that before, and I was there, and it was like, okay, so I went down to the main room, and I was gobsmacked, to be honest, because it was really, 1 minute everyone was really dancing and just going off on their own trips, and then suddenly it was like, right, there's something going on, listen to this man. Everyone sort of like was, their attention was focused on, this prayer for peace, and you could really feel the energy in the room, and to make everyone just stop dancing like that and listen up, within a few minutes is really, quite strong. And then the energy after that, I was like, it was, I didn't, it really did touch me actually, because, usually everyone's just on their own, like getting into the music and dancing, and you don't usually stop to, like listen to anything like that, so it's really powerful.
Now I would like to request everyone for 1 minute silence and pray for the global peace and peace in Tibet.
As one.
It was really about people power, being able to link up as conscious cells around the world, and that's really, we're on the horizon of a whole new level of consciousness developing, and that really demonstrated it well.
If anyone had listened to the Prayer for Peace in London or Tokyo or Singapore or wherever, if for a moment they had a sense of, my God, there's millions of us and we're all doing the same thing, then they carry that with them for the rest of their lives. And whether they ever have it again, whether they remember it the next day, it doesn't really matter, because that has changed the way they're going to see the world, the way, on whatever small level, they're going to relate to people around them and the people distant from them. So if you can achieve that for one person in one moment, that's a great thing. If it happens to work for 1 million people or tens of millions of people, then the potential is mind-boggling.
One of the great achievements of Earth Dance over the past years was the first Earth Dance International Conference, which we held in Dharamsala. So here we were for the first time, after only knowing each other on the internet. 26 promoters, 13 countries were represented, and we all came together to strengthen our alliance. It was an incredible adventure, fantastic. And it was really like the United Nations of dance. It was great.
I think it's really interesting for everyone, because it shows our difference and our common points, and this is the world. I mean, we are different, but we are the same.
I'm Ace from Tokyo, Japan.
I'm Jeanette, and I'm from Sweden.
I'm Joel from Belgium.
It's absolutely amazing to have all these beautiful energies finally together, and not just together via the internet.
It feels really, really powerful that we're walking our talk and coming together like this.
It's getting hold of that positive energy and putting it to some good use, and creating something new, and linking everybody together for a good cause, and so that's why I'm here, to support Earth Dance.
If we can stop one person from pain and suffering, that makes it worthwhile.
We should definitely just keep on doing it and spreading the message.
I must say that I'm really impressed to see all these organisers that usually organise like one party each coming together in a really small site like this and just make it a perfect unit.
This is a community vision, this is a world vision that I think, you know, even though I happen to be the one to just grab that shooting star, it was a shooting star that everybody put out for a long time, you know. We're all part of it, we're all, you know, this is our story we're building.
And not only for coming to Dharamsala, but for taking interest in Tibet. And in Tibet we have a saying, or maybe it's kind of well known. If you're falling down and somebody kicks you, you feel the kick much more, because it hurts you much more. And if you're falling down, somebody trying to assist you to get up, you appreciate that gesture much more because you're falling down. Internationally, we have people like you. You're coming from so many different countries, and your conviction is that there's a cause which deserves support, and it's a cause which is based on non-violence. You have to do something. So this has gone out, you know, internationally and in China. So there's a lot of positivity, a lot of encouragement.
2,400 students here.
Because they come from Tibet, so they can't go back to Tibet and meet their parents. So it's like they've left their parents back in Tibet. The parents send their children over to India only for their education, as there they can't have the proper education. If you study there, you have to learn Chinese, you can't learn Tibetan. And it's all mostly distorted version of the Tibetan culture and all.
This is really a graphic sort of representation of the problem that's facing Tibet. The fact that these kids have to come across the mountains and, you know, and end up as orphans.
I'm actually quite surprised to see they feel like they have a lot of love here and a lot of care compared to most orphanages.
I have adopted 9 Indian children between the ages of 2 and 10. I bought them all shoes and blankets. I feed them every day. They've learned to count to 10. They've learned table manners. And I just go down to the square every day after I chant my rounds to find them and buy them off their parents and take them out for breakfast and stuff.
In Tibet, the situation is becoming worse day by day, and the number of refugees escaping from Tibet to India is increasing every year. You know. There were about 300 monks in Tibet before they escaped, but after that Chinese expelled them. And now maybe about 100 maybe there in the monastery. That is only for showpiece, you know, to show the tourists and for Westerners that the Tibetan people are getting freedom of religion. Her group took about 30 days to escape from Tibet to Nepal border. If she was found out on the way, then she will be imprisoned, tortured, interrogated, and then he will be fined with a lot of money. He said that our future under Chinese is very, very difficult. Hopeless. So he wanted that the organizations all around the world, they must help the Tibetan inside Tibet to build more schools in the Tibetan villages, and the Tibetan children should have the chance to get education.
Seeing the problems and the new arrivals and in the community and the integration that they're having to deal with a foreign culture, and they're trying desperately to hang on to their own. It's really moved me sometimes to tears.
Cool. We're in the papers. Starting.
We have chosen dance as a medium of expression of peace. The holding of the dance simultaneously in 100 cities is a form of prayer for the freedom of Tibet and peace in the world.
It was incredible to feel the emotions of the Tibetans in exile here on the Wednesday, the 40th anniversary of the uprising. The emotions in their voices and in the singing, as they were singing both for the world and for Tibet and for His Holiness, was quite incredible. I felt and realised at that moment the absolute importance of Earth Dance's commitment to Tibet, and to developing that commitment to both increase the global consciousness, to change the situation here, and to change the situation in other parts of the world.
Earth dance epitomizes youth culture. Being young and being an adolescent is a very precarious time in a person's life. You're dealing with all these hormone issues and growing pains issues, and you really have an intense passion, but you don't really know how you specifically can make a difference. And Earth Dance has, shown that the dance music culture is a really, really powerful force, and you can rave till dawn and still do something positive with that energy.
We channeled our roots to the cult of light, deep within the galaxies of our minds. Our breath.
The Dalai Lama represents a force and a strength and a conviction to practice of compassion and a commitment to peace.
He represents truth to me, and just matters of the heart, being in the heart.
Dalai Lama is like the representation of the world wisdom, spiritual wisdom.
He is a quite center of the Tibetan people's heart. So he's the most powerful guy for the peace of the world.
He gives us the strength to find our own truth within and to not be afraid of holding on to that.
He's incredible, and the compassion that he gives out is unbelievable. So you can just hear you float with his energy.
express my genuine appreciation of your spirit of solidarity and your sympathy. I very much appreciate. I always have the opinion, any topic or any sort of, I think, the message, there could be different way of channel to reach to audience. I think particularly the message of peace through dance, through music, through, let's say, the song. Although I'm not artist, I'm sure, you see, it, I think, very appropriate sort of method and message. Personally, no doubt, now everybody knows the Tibet cause is just cause. Then secondly, we are carrying this struggle, not sort of, let's say, the opinion or view that one side, Tibet side, victory, the other side, defeat. Not that way. Our main approach is try to find a mutually agreeable solution which is benefit for both. Tibetan then can enjoy practice of our own tradition, our own religion, our own culture, and also can promote, at the same time, preserve our pure environment. Through that way, to the Chinese, they can then achieve genuine stability, peace, and unity. China, huge country and long history, deep cultural heritage. I think this century, the Chinese people, of course, I think passing through various different kind of sort of experiences. Too much, I think, ups and downs. Under difficult circumstances, if you see the, I think, spirit of compassion, not adequate, frustration grow. Now, actually, people's problem of China is now changing. Also, I think the genuine desire for individual freedom, democracy, I think rule of law, these are now growing in China proper. The old system no longer working, no longer sort of attraction to the public, and especially younger generation. I think they are very, very important. World community help them and give them, you see, hope and courage and a new vision, which I think based on human compassion. That's the most important. Wisdom means use human intellectuals and human creativity through, let's say, peaceful and constructive. That, I think, wisdom.
When he shook my hand with those, he looked into my eyes with joy, and it made me bubble.
I'm really happy I met, incarnation of the Buddha of compassion.
I felt this tremendous amount of light enter me and just fill my heart with joy. I think being here and everything.
That was like the greatest moment of my life.
Yeah, you can tell that it's really solidified the group and everybody's really high and ready to. It's given us even more inspiration to go and make our stunts even bigger and better.
Earth Dance couldn't have existed without the power of the internet. The internet allowed us to network the project really quickly around the world, very cost effective. The internet is a powerful tool for communication, and Earth Dance really shows how the internet can be used for positive humanitarian aims.
I think the strength of Earth Dance is firstly using the internet. I think it's a very forward-thinking way of putting on a party. The internet's out there, everybody's using it, but not as much as they should be, whereas Earth Dance makes use of its full potential. The fact that you can go into a world map, click on any country, and see the party happening there, that's pretty amazing.
The main highlight of Earth Dance, the event, is the global webcast, which is a great thing to see in the moment. It's been very difficult to put together. It's totally grassroots. The stream was coordinated by our friends from Sudo.com, who are the leading internet dance music streaming site based in New York. And they worked so hard to put this thing together. Wherever you were on the planet, you could just click on a country and see the stream, and that was really exciting.
I thought more people would try to use the internet in the way that we used it for Earth Dance, but really people haven't yet figured it all out, so I think it was really a cutting-edge event for the net.
I do think it was one of the biggest events in its ambition to bring together so many different parties in so many different countries across so many different time zones. There have been bigger events in capacity, say the NetAid or the other big commercial events, but this as a geographical scale was one of the largest.
Doing the webcast at Sudo.com last year was an absolutely awesome feat. We had 8 live video streams coming in, countless audio streams, and people putting pictures up sequentially. The whole vibe was absolutely incredible.
We're worldwide. We're talking with Tokyo and Japan and LA and New York, Boston. We're not going live on the internet, but we have real clips sequentially posted throughout the night of our sites, so people can join in.
Hello everyone, this is Kia from StreetSound.com. We're broadcasting Earth Dance 99. We're just coming to you from about 8 different cities right now. We've had Hamburg, Germany, Japan, London, San Francisco, Los Angeles for a brief moment, Belgium, Vienna, and Tokyo. Stay tuned. This is the Global HQ, StreetSound.com. We've got Vancouver live online.
Hi, New York, from Vancouver, from Lotus Land. Yeah! Long live the Heart Chakra! We've had an amazing party in Vancouver all day today. We've had a day of performances and events and DJs.
It's been a cultural society came by, did a couple of prayers and 2 dances. The Canada Tibet Committee came over. We were so happy that they were here, and they're so happy to be here.
And we were happy to be here, and we're happy to be here at the same time, connected not just with the technology, but with the fact that we're all dancing on this earth today, on Mahatma Gandhi Day, in peace. This is the best thing today.
And now we're going to go to London, so stay tuned.
We're here in London now. Superfast Oz and Christian are playing, and we've just seen CJ, Baby, Doc, and SJ. And the minute is totally huge, vibrant atmosphere. 1,500 people are through the door. Everyone's dancing around and bouncing. It's going mental. Secret are coming up next as well, so it's going to be really cool. At the moment, there's such an amazing feeling, like people are just totally laughing and happy and hugging each other. So that's the London vibe. Have fun.
At the moment, we've got London behind us. We've been getting some great stuff from London, including some Vikings with sort of fluorescent little hats. Say hi to everyone there in the chat room. We've got Emerson in the chat room. Is that you, Emerson from Calgary? We've got a party going on there with about 500 real psychedelic folks, and we know that we've got the opportunity to get them online later. So if that's you, Emerson, give us a call here at Pseudo. I know we've had a lot of Hamburg people in there, and anybody that's checking in Hamburg, we're going to be checking out for your stream again. We'd like to see more of you back up here.
So, something more about the party. We have a very cool musical program here. I love freeform parties, it's so great. This is the second floor here. We have something like alternative music. It's not only psychedelic trance or so, it's very different and very inspiring. And we have the first floor, which is more the normal but also inspiring new psychedelic progressive trance. It's really great music here. I love it. We have a very nice decoration. We have a crowded house. We have so many nice people here. It's amazing.
What happens is that if you make a party in Hamburg, you have maybe double of people or so. I don't know how much people are here. We would like to find out with Claudio soon. But it's amazing. It's really crowded. It's 2 big halls. It's really amazing. I wonder how many people are at the other parties. Maybe later on we have different films and we can have a look at everything.
That was great, Sam. Thank you very much. He's telling us about the progressive psychedelic trance they're playing there in Germany. Also in the studio here earlier on, we had Yanshem Lama, who is one of the foremost Tibetan singers in the world.
But life in Tibet is very, very difficult, and still there's a very, very difficult situation because Tibetan people couldn't get jobs, and there's just so many Chinese people coming there.
Thank you very much, Yanshem Lama. It's been an absolute pleasure and joy to have you with us today.
Thank you, and I'm very happy to come here part of this, and people who are working for something for Tibet. And I really thank you from my heart.
Thank you, thank you. It's been going live all over the world. So
that's very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, coming up next, we're going to Japan for footage in 1997, a very psychedelic party, but people still nonetheless dancing for peace, which is why we're all here, united as one for the Tibetan people, freedom for the Tibetan people, and using dance as our form of protest. We're going now to Japan. This is Kia from StreetSound.com. We're broadcasting the Earth Dance 99 show, and I'm sad to say that we have come to an end. Earth Dance, the global party for planetary peace, is still going on in many locations. All of you out there, keep watching different streams. EarthDance.org will take you there, or our homepage, StreetSound.com. We've been broadcasting to you from the Pseudo Online Network.
So for the first 3 years, we dedicated Earth Dance to the Tibetan cause. The Tibetan people for us represents the power of compassion and the power, the true power of peace. It's a country that's been destroyed for so many years. The culture has been taken away. The Dalai Lama is in exile, a spiritual leader, a leader of peace for the whole world. Can't even go to his own country. And that's really sad. So we decided as a community to really devote our energy and our efforts to helping the Tibetan people.
I think the most important thing, though, is really raising awareness about the Tibetan situation. I think a lot of people don't realize that it's like a full-on Holocaust, and it's been going on for far too long.
It is difficult to balance the idea of Earth Dance, which is a lot of people getting together and dancing and having an absolutely wonderful time with all their friends, and being free to express themselves and dress the way they want to, think the way they want to, behave the way they want to. But what we're trying to do during that is raise people's awareness and enlighten them about what's going on here, because there is no freedom here in Tibet. These people can't live the way they want to live.
I want to give my kids a free Tibet, yeah. I don't want to give this responsibility of getting a Tibet bag to my children. I want to give them as a gift, yeah.
To rally with people from the scene in the interest of a kind of a greater, a spiritual cause almost is an honor. It's awesome, and I think people really respond.
And today the youth are here and dancing for the cause of Tibet, which absolutely gives me some kind of really pleasure, at the same time encouragement when we are going through one of the worst periods in our history.
I grew up in the 60s when we knew all about love and peace, and tonight it just makes me feel 16, and it's just the most wonderful atmosphere, and I really admire everybody that's organised it all around the world. I just feel so happy to be part of the Tibetan cause, and world peace, and just dance through the night and everybody enjoy themselves and have a wonderful time.
We're all dancing for the same things, for the peace in Tibet and peace in the world. I think this is very, very important, and it's a very big impact.
Yeah, I think also there's two ways to fight against oppression. You can fight it or you can dance it. We're dancing it.
I mean, I think what's quite important, was probably as important as, the whole sort of party and people sort of feeling things at the same time, is actually information going around the world about, people's plight, basically. And it's really important to get the information out. And I think that's where the dance culture can come in.
Part of our funds for the last 3 years of Earth Dance have been donated to the Taj Project, which is based in Germany. It's a charity which is building a village for children in eastern Tibet. These are orphans who haven't got any parents, whose parents have been taken away by the Chinese, and it's a great problem in Tibet at the moment. In the wintertime, most of these children end up dying. So this great project has been set up in eastern Tibet, and we've raised enough funds that we've donated from part of our international fundraising, which has now built an Earth Dance house, which has been named Earth Dance. So now we've got bricks and mortar results, and we have 14 children who are in the house being looked after. Part of last year's funds was also donated to the building of a school and a medical center.
For me, I cannot find any inner peace on this planet as long as other people are suffering, and I think this is a beautiful way of making people realize there's a lot of bad things happening on this planet, and there's a lot of positive things that we can do to make people aware of this, you know, and raise money for cases like this.
If every time you went to a club you saw the bigger picture, then that would not only help you, it would expand your awareness, but it would also be directly helping that cause, because you would be donating money to it. Hopefully you then might get involved yourself, you might set up your own network, whatever. So I think Earth Dance in the future could play a crucial role as a trigger for people to really get out there and make a difference and improve our lives and the lives of our planet.
Now for the year 2000, we have decided to expand the causes, because now as Earth Dance has grown, some promoters in different parts of the world want to support different issues that they feel strongly about. So for the year 2000, we've decided to focus on 4 global issues, which as a collective we feel needs to be addressed. And one is the environment, the indigenous tribes, the children, and Tibet.
Survival works firstly by trying to raise the awareness of the problems of tribal peoples amongst the public generally, and then trying to focus that awareness and concern into hard-hitting campaigns that are targeted at anyone who is violating tribal people's rights. And obviously there's a very strong link between the dance culture in Western society and tribal peoples, because what is universal amongst tribal cultures around the world is dance. That tribal peoples may live ways of life very different to us, but fundamentally they're all the same, and we are all the same.
I love the fact that it's raving with a conscience. I don't think that we do enough of that. There's nothing better to celebrate than kind of, you know, the global community, and, you know, the fact that people are all trying to pull together to make this place a slightly better planet to be on.
So effectively Earth Dance is a blueprint for a global dance party, and the great thing about it is that anybody can get involved. It doesn't matter how big or small your party is, you can just be part of it. So for example, in Kazakhstan, the promoter had 200 people in a converted barn, compared to London, 5,000 people in the Brixton Academy. That's the beauty of Earth Dance. Act local, think global.
My wish for the world would be for people to follow their hearts.
If I had one wish for the planet, it'd be more love.
Yeah, global enlightenment.
So I think unity, and I think I would really like to wish for the removal of aggression.
I wish that there could be one global government, then everyone could get on and stop the wars.
I have to say my wish would be that everyone just stop fighting with each other.
I wish for the planet to come through this difficult time which it seems to be facing.
To wish, live peace, you know, peace for every people.
If I could just wish for one thing, world peace.
Well, my wishes on the planet Earth is for the people of planet Earth, because we've got to learn, we've got to evolve with the planet, or the planet's going to evolve without us.
My wish for planet Earth would be good vibrations, smiling, laughing, smiling, laughing, smiling and laughing, you know.
If I had one wish for the planet, it would be for everyone to dance together in unity.